Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA Red Devils Africa. With me today is our normal panel with Moloto and Clayton. And yeah, this is your Manchester United versus Man City, the Manchester Derby preview. And I'm gonna try to be as positive as I can, but things at the moment it's not looking good. It is not looking good. We knocked out of the Champions League. I'm not over it. I won't lie to you. I am far from over it. The Pogba situation, the Oli situation, it's all giving me a massive headache, and it's very frustrating to be a United fan for me personally at the moment. So in terms of United, I'm not doing pretty good, but it's Derby weekend, and obviously it's exciting times. I'd be lying to say that part of me would be extremely frustrated if we win this game because it's like it's every time Ollie is one loss away from that sack. He turns into prime Sir Alex Ferguson and he wins that game. So and our record against City is not bad to be honest under Ollie. We know what tactically there's not much to talk about. They're gonna come at us, they're gonna try pass their way through our team. We're gonna counter and hit them on the break, and generally that works. City haven't put more than one goal past a few teams besides like Burnley and Fulham. I think those are the only teams they put past more than one goal. But don't worry, we got Maguire, Lindelof. You can put past more than one goal. So gentlemen, we're gonna get straight into it. Because like I said, it's Derby weekend. And before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, do subscribe, do smash a like on the video, all that good stuff. But yeah, boys, let's get into it. Moloto, Derby weekend. One of your favorite managers, Pep Guardiola. Let's talk about it. What do you think is gonna happen in the weekend? Excited? How are you feeling about the Champions League and all that?
A lot of feelings. Depressed, maybe is a good word to use. Very angry. Angry at our manager. I don't think he should be a manager. Angry at our club because they still have him in the post. It mind boggles me how they still think that this is the right way to go. And yeah, we're just broken. With problems with players, with Maguire who can't act like a captain, with Pogba who's letting his agent say anything he wants, with a prat of a manager. We have a horrible board. Like the club is just broken, honestly, and it's quite depressing. And it's hard, to see a way forward in moments like this. But the show's got to go on, and we have to do it. And yeah, mixed feelings as well. There's a very dark part of me that does want us to lose this weekend, but I'm gonna suppress that as hard as I can because I'm a Manchester United fan, and the badge on the club comes first. And yeah, we have to back it. Like I don't think it's right to outright say I want us to lose and get sad when we win. I find it to be insane.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be, I think, a dull game to be honest. To be honest with you, I think it's gonna be a very dull game. I think both teams aren't in an amazing place. I think we can turn up, but looking at the squad you have on the board, I don't think we have the players to do that. So I think we're gonna be very conservative, very defensive, and try to play out. And then City, they could smash us with the players we have if they press like Leipzig did, but they don't seem to know how to do that anymore. So they're gonna have a very weak press. They're gonna move the ball very slow. They're gonna leave insane amount of gaps to the back, and I think it's just gonna be a bit of a stale game. I won't lie.
Interesting, Clay. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling again after Champions League? And just how are you feeling going ahead into this Manchester Derby game?
It just makes people sad. All its fans.
Okay.
It's as simple as that right now. We're just in a depressing state, and I am just looking forward to the derby because it is a moment that Ali can show us that he has the players for the job, that he is up for the job. But will he take it? Is another question. Don't know. I think it could be a really good game. It has the makings of one. I just don't know if it's going to come into fruition.
The crazy thing is that I actually side with
Like-
Moloto on this because I think it actually, in my head, it's gonna be quite a bland game. I think I don't think obviously there'll be an excitement because it's the derby and stuff, but I think tactically, like I said, I don't like watching City at all, anyways, because the football is bland, boring. I don't mind it. Obviously, my club is doing it. It's way better than what we play, but it's so boring. It's so boring. I don't even like City when they smash teams 5-0. As for my team, oh boys, there's troubles everywhere. As you can see, this is the first time there's so many weaknesses I put on the board. That's signs of weakness. There's holes everywhere in this team. So yeah, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a great game personally. And like Moloto said, that dark part of you where obviously a loss. I'm not saying I want to lose, obviously, and we'll celebrate a win anyways, because it's almost as it's a win-win situation. Because if we win the derby, we win the derby. You know, people will be saying title charge. You know, people will be like, you know, we're very good in the league table, whatever now. And if we lose, for people like us who don't want Oli as the manager of United, that's the only, I guess that's the only real positive, is that he's closer to the sack than anything else. So yeah, that's it.
Like I said off air, I think we need to get smashed for him to get sacked. Because I know this board. If we lose 2-1, they're gonna act like it didn't happen. We'll win the next game. Everything's fine. What are you complaining about? And this club just makes you feel so powerless. I wouldn't blame someone for calling us crazy. We're giving our life and soul for this club, and they just don't care, and it's so depressing, honestly.
The best analogy is, you know, I don't know, you know a girl or whatever, right? And that girl, you know, she has an ex, and the ex cheated on her. You know, she's not good to her, whatever. But then she tells you, like, I just want to go back to him, and you're like, but you know, the guy cheats on you. You know, he doesn't give you a good time. You know, it's all this negativity. It's always toxic. So why are you still with your ex, or why are you still with the boyfriend? And you're like, that's that relationship we have with United. It's not as easy.
To make it even darker.
Yeah.
To make it even darker, it's like staying in an abusive relationship.
It is like staying in an abusive relationship. This club doesn't care about our mental health, or you know, the way we feel. They don't care. But
Rough
yeah.
analogy, but
It is a rough analogy. No, yeah, it's deep. It's deep. Fuck, this is a preview on a Thursday night. We better get used to this, because we're gonna be doing match reactions on Thursday nights. You know, it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be proper sad.
I'm not showing up, I'm sorry.
It's awful. We're gonna start hating Thursdays.
But like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with City, to be honest. We'll just try to analyze them a little bit. They just seem to lack a bit of a spark, you know? All the components are still there. Yes, they lost some players, but they brought in some players, and you think it's all there. So why is it not happening? And I guess when you lose two players who are your captain back to back, that will happen. They just don't seem to do the little things properly. They're not as quick fire when they get to the 18. They don't press as high anymore.
Just
The
to
little
argue
things
against
have
that,
changed.
right now, City have gone on a run. They've kind of turned around their luck after that loss to Spurs, and they haven't dropped points since. They very
That's the
much
thing,
look
though.
like the City of old. As much as the fixtures
I don't think so.
are winnable for them, they should have won it. They have turned it around. They have looked like a better City side. But I get your point. I'm just saying that right now, their form dictates that they are currently on their way to being that old City, and not being this weak City that we see at the beginning of the season.
They've strengthened a
should be a
little
big
bit
challenge.
over recent games.
Yeah,
I'd say.
yeah. Actually, I
Exactly.
feel like the results, in terms of results, yeah, they have improved. And they play a decent system. And if that decent system works to its fullest, it will probably thrash teams like Fulham. But when you watch how they play and compare them to 2018 City,
Yeah, it's
they
not the
don't
same.
look anything
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, it's
They don't
not
look
there.
anything like it.
But don't get
That
us wrong.
City-
This City
the
team
City-
can still beat us. You know.
Yeah,
they
but
can.
it's also a case of, are we going to compare us Liverpool's 2020 squad versus a 2017 squad right now? It's the same thing. Are you going to compare a weak Liverpool that used to be versus a strong Liverpool team that was still strong back then, but not quite the best yet? It's the
I
same
get
kind
you,
of
but I
thing.
feel
It
like-
works both ways. Why would you do that?
I get you.
I get
I
that
get
they
you,
left
but
a
I feel like-
legacy, but they're still good.
There's little things that they did back then that made them superstars. Now they don't have those things. So they are good, but if they verse a team that
Yeah.
can put them under pressure, I think they'll crack. I think that's what it is.
If
And a big thing with City is they're in a transition phase right now. I think that's the best way to
I was
describe
gonna
it.
say, if you ask me why isn't the City team clicking as it used the City of old, I think they're missing two things. I think they're missing that insane leader in like a Vincent Company.
Yeah.
KDB is a leader, but he's not that, you know, he's not like a Roy Keane, Vincent Company, you know, John Terry's. He's not that leader. And their boy Sergio Aguero is just dead. I mean, they don't have that 30 goal
I
season.
think he's fit for
striker.
United, actually.
He might be, but even then, I wouldn't back it, because you'll probably break
But it's-
5 minutes in. So
It's off the ball work, really. Why Liverpool and City back then were so good defensively, not amazing, but they were decent. Not because that they would sit back on the system defense or how they line up at the back is amazing. It's because they press from the front. Once you lose that, you're susceptible to the counter easily. And people just come to you and just do that because they know you can't counter it. If you're pressing from the front, you make other teams sink, which is what Leipzig kind of did to us. And that's what City used to be able to do. I remember it came to Old Trafford a few years ago. I know Bernardo Silva scored in that game, and we tried playing on the counter, but we just couldn't do it because there was so much pressure and they moved the ball so quickly that we were
Yeah.
just overwhelmed. And I just don't think the City can do that anymore. So that's why I say I don't think we're good enough to beat them at the moment because of the morale and lack of players. But I don't think they're good enough to come and run over us.
I mean, yeah, it's interesting. I do think we'll get to our score predictions at the end of the show. But yeah, to be honest, this is probably going to be one of the hardest games to give a score prediction. Like I said, tactically, it's not even that hard. We've spoken about that's it. We basically cover everything. City's going to play their tiki taka, pass their way through us. We're going to sit back, park the bus, hit them on the break. That's what works for us. That's what works for City. That's the tactics. There is no difference about it. The only difficult thing is that result. What is going to happen? Because like I said, when this man's job is on the line, prime Fergie, prime 0708 Manchester United, they show up. They walk over the team, they look world class, and then we're there sitting like, how? how? How?
Yeah.
How?
I
How?
can see that.
So,
When I think about it, when I look at the team you put there, one might even say it's stronger than the one they went to City at the 80th last season and won. I think the backline's different because not who was there? Was it Bailly? I'm not sure.
it's probably
The
by
backline's slightly different.
Double check.
Yeah.
because we didn't have
Telles, isn't it?
Tellers, yeah. So
Uh,
yeah.
Yeah. And then Scott and Fred, they did an amazing job in that game. They man-marked De Bruyne and Silva out of the game. It was amazing. And we were playing, what green it is, we were playing, what's his name again? Daniel James, I think.
So we
So-
were playing De Gea, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, Matic, Williams, Lingard, Greenwood,
Williams,
Martial.
Yeah, Williams. I forgot about Ryan Williams.
So same formation. The last
Yeah.
time I went to that yard.
What did Matches play?
You play in the.
Which game is it? The one?
Hey, but
Is it the one at the Etihad?
Yeah, this one there.
This is
yeah.
the one
Yeah.
before Bruno.
Yeah,
Bruno
Matic
was
Fred.
on the flight.
Yeah,
Bruno was
Matic-
on the flight.
Matic, Fred, Lingard. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember much of that game because I'll be honest with you, I think we were losing
We
anyways.
won or lost 3-2
yeah,
on aggregate.
we lost an aggregate or something, but that man, yeah, was flying down that day. So I was just tracking the flight. I'm like, where are we gonna see him? When's Bruno gonna
No,
land?
I think I'm talking about a different game.
No, yeah, I know what
I think
you're,
I'm
you're
talking
talking
about
about the
But he
one
said that that's
where
that's looks for away
yeah.
game.
So you,
After Spurs.
you
After
thinking
Spurs.
about the one with Scott McTominay where he did that madness against Edison
Yeah,
and won
yeah.
the game? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the game you think.
Yeah, no, not even. I'm talking about the one where Marcus Rashford was flying. And Matic was just injured, I think. And it was not the 80th one in the Carabao Cup, it
So
was
like
the 80th one in the Premier.
Third
Okay.
time, the third last time.
Remember,
against
in
City.
that week, we beat Spurs during the week when in Mourinho's first game, I think, or second game.
We actually got a
to
goal. Rashi and
City.
Martial.
Yeah, that game.
That one. Okay. So that lineup was De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Fred, Dan James, Lingard, Rashford, Martial.
Yo, it's awful.
And it beat a better City, so maybe we were looking at
Yeah,
that.
there's
a
one.
chance.
But some can say if you look at the way we play now and like we just say in general, oh lord, lordy, we are in trouble, boys. And that's why I want to get into
Yeah.
this. I want to get into this lineup because there's lots of things we can talk about. One, for once, Ollie's going to pick the same lineup 2 weeks in a row, so that could be a doubt. You know, we never know. He could go back to a 4-3-1. He could go 4 diamond, but I think he will do this, right? So then
And
I
play
put
4-4-2.
Dean Henderson in goal. And the only reason I put Dean Henderson in goal is because there's lots of news articles and social media posts going around saying that Dean Henderson, for one, and certain players in the club feel like Dean Henderson deserves a chance and is not getting enough game time. And he deserves it more than David De Gea. And I touched on this after we lost against Leipzig. I said, I don't know why, but like he's a great shot stopper, and De Gea has really done nothing really to get dropped yet. But in the modern game, is Dean Henderson just overall better now in what we need? You know, for me it's a win. When you play De Gea, it's fine. I liked Henderson anyways more. It's fine. I don't really matter, but it's a problem we all discussed when Dean Henderson was going to remain at the club, and we said this is going to happen. But now, so I'm gonna ask you guys: would you play Dean Henderson in a game like this?
Let me start by saying, in talking about De Gea, let me start by comparing them. I feel like De Gea is decent with the ball at his feet because he's played for Spain. He has to be decent. But I don't think he's ever been amazing at it. And I think in that aspect, in terms of the modern game, and distributing the ball, I think Henderson is miles ahead of him, to be honest. So, yeah, no, there's a shout for Dean Henderson. And if I sat down and analyzed it, I might have said, let's play the whole season with Henderson. Let him be number one. As much as we're putting a keeper who's earning a ridiculous amount of wages on the bench, I think it's something we could try because De Gea has made a lot of mistakes. We have to admit that. But when it comes to Ole's favorite word is loyalty. So it's not going to happen. No way in hell is it happening. Maguire is going to play because he's loyal to Maguire. And De Gea is going to play because he's loyal to De Gea. And he has players that he trusts, and I think De Gea is one of them.
But if you were in Ollie's shoes, would you drop De Gea for Dean Henderson for this game? Knowing that, supposedly from what the stories are, that he's asking you. So now Dean Henderson's saying, boss, give me the chance, De Gea is looking stinky. And then the certain rest of the squad are saying, yeah, I agree with Dean Henderson. Why isn't he getting the chance?
I'm not sure about the timing, you know?
Exactly.
I don't know.
And I think the biggest advocate for
when it comes
this
to
in the
timing.
team, if it's true, if this news, is Maguire. I think Maguire would be pushing for this. One, because De Gea is not English. And two, it makes it look like it's De Gea's fault for all the goals they're conceding, not Maguire. We know Maguire doesn't like taking responsibility. So I think Maguire is a bit of a
So you
cunt.
think Maguire is
Yeah, I
cynical?
think he's a bit of a cunt and cynical to be pushing this. Clay, what do you think about it? You know, I know you're a big Dean Henderson fan. But I know you're a big De Gea fan, so as well. So.
Exactly. It's always a tough one. The thing with this is just Dean Henderson hasn't made as many mistakes as De Gea. Admittedly, he's only played once that we really had to take note of right now. But at the same time, it's just De Gea hasn't been in the best of form. Do you really want an out of form keeper going up against a fully fit Aguero, Kevin De Bruyne, Jesus, Sterling, Mahrez? It's just, that's an attacking force and a half that could get a shot off. So I get that the experience could be very useful, but at the same time, there's just something in me that wants to see Henderson play this game, especially considering that it could unsettle the training camp a bit if you don't. I think that puts a lot of pressure on Ollie to start him. Because just imagine the outrage if Henderson doesn't start and Ollie said, yeah, I'd give you the chance, but maybe just not yet.
Even the squad. The thing is, we don't know if the story is true, so we're just basing it on the stories.
But a lot's
I
been
feel like
said
maybe
Like, what if Bruno walked into your dressing room and you were Ollie, and he says, I don't... Well, okay, not Bruno. I'm lying. Maguire, the captain of your team, walks into your office and said, I think De Gea deserves to be dropped, and Dino needs a game. Because, and now, like I said, Maguire could be cynical about this. He could be like, it's probably De Gea's
actually, I
fault for
think
conceding
Bruno is a
lot
better
of goals.
example because
If Bruno did it, now you have trouble. Now you have trouble.
because I actually listened to him. If Maguire came in, if Maguire did, I'm like, what are you saying, dude? Please
But
focus
you
on your
Ollie,
game.
but now you
first.
Ollie.
Why-
That's the thing.
games?
Ollie will probably listen to Maguire more than he listens to Bruno. So it's an interesting one. I mean,
I don't know. I feel like he's all about loyalty, and he's gonna put his loyalty by there. But at the same time, you could say after we lose in the Champions League, maybe changing something, and if De Gea has to be the victim of that, just changing something might get some fans back on Ole's side because it might seem like he's trying to make a difference. I don't know.
Yeah.
I tell you what's the big problem though. He changes the goalkeeper, yet Maguire, Lindelof, Scott never stop playing when they're fit. They never stop playing, and that's the biggest.
Double standard.
Exactly. It's like, so you're going to drop De Gea, but like that's not even the biggest problem. Why isn't Maguire dropped? Why isn't Lindelof dropped? Why isn't Scott McTominay dropped? What's going on? So I don't think it will win any of that. I think it might be like, it's Dean Henderson. It's a small. It's like they're trying to pull wool over your eyes. Is what that move is. Like, oh, Tino's playing. It's giving Tino a run. The press will be happy because he's English.
Yeah.
He's not De Gea. It's like, yeah, give him the chance. Southgate, love it.
I
all
was-
those things.
I was listening to football today, and they were saying they think Ole knows that Lindelof and Maguire are horrible. He knows that, but the reason he doesn't drop them is that he's seen in training that even as bad as they are his best use. Opinion of one of the analysts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe. I think everyone has the right to their opinion, but a football analyst, a general football analyst, does not watch Manchester United as much as we watch Manchester United. There is no ways. I haven't missed a game in 10 years. You know, he won't know as much about United. With all due respect, you know, he can shove his opinion up his ass. You know, everyone's got one. But anyways, the back five. I want to touch on this. Do you quick answers? Do you guys agree with the back five?
Yeah, I put Tunzebe in, yeah, but I think it's what
Clay?
it's going to be. To be
Back
honest,
five?
if Bailly wasn't so
Okay.
bad in terms of fitness, I'd play him and Tunzebe every. Screw these two.
No, yeah, same. I'm with you. I just wanted to know on the back five. You know, Clay, would you play a back five this game?
I personally say no,
That's
but I
what.
do think Ollie's going to
You're
do it.
asking if I would
I
play
say
it.
no,
Yeah.
but I think Ollie won't.
Oh, would you say you agree with it? Not maybe would you play it? Would you agree with the back five this game?
You know, that's a different question. I was answering, I think Ole's going to. I don't agree with it whatsoever.
Okay. Yeah,
I think
I just want to
we
make it
should
clear.
play.
Yeah.
I was just asking, would you guys would you like when the team sheet comes out on Saturday, and you see a back five? You know, would you be like, fuck this guy, you know, or would you be like, okay, we were, I don't blame him for playing a back five.
I'd blame him. I want a 4, honestly, because it didn't work during the week, and we don't have the players to play it right now. So we need to go at Man City. He needs to try to do something different, and we have the players to go at Man City.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, I got the yeah.
Maybe not play like a high press, something we don't know. Yes, maybe play on the counter because it is our strength, but have more offensive players. Maybe play the diamond, play Pogba, play Donny, you know. And
We'll get there.
just
We'll get to
show
that
love.
name soon. Yeah, we'll get to that name soon. But the stat is that in the league table, City are 1 point behind us. Obviously, we both have a game in hand. This is how vital this game is, by the way. We are 1 point ahead of City. We have outscored City in the league. We've scored more goals than City have. You know, so that's our strength. We say this every week. Our strength is our midfield and attack. You go at them. Don't be bubble wrapping and protect. Because look at this team. What this team really is essentially is 7 defenders. That's what this team is. 7 defenders in front of the goalkeeper. This is our attack against City. Now, if you ask me, is Bruno, Rashford, and Greenwood enough to attack City? There is no ways. There is not enough firepower there. And I that's a,
Okay,
and that's a, and
yeah.
the point I'm going to bring up to this, to bring what the main point of all of this is that I think Ollie knows that if he gets a draw, it saves his job still. I think a draw will probably be like, you know, it is what it is. It's a draw against City, you know. He's
He
gonna be
needs
like,
to get away his draws, honestly.
that's what I'm saying. So he's going to save his job. Either way, he's either going to nick a win
It didn't work.
and look like a masterclass, or he's going to scrape a draw and be like, it's a good point. Why would you fire me? You
It
can't.
didn't work.
You can't fire Ollie if he gets a draw against City. You can't.
Yeah, that's what the board will be thinking.
Exactly.
But I know, like, it didn't work midweek. We went 2-0 down. This guy was still insisting to play the same way. Like, how insane is that? We're 2-0 down. You know, attack them, do something different. So, yeah, no, I don't think it's the way to go in this game. Honestly, play on the
But
counter.
the thing is as well.
Yeah.
Finish it. I'll bet
Do
another
what
shot.
he says we do. Do what he says we do. He says that as much as we play on the counter, we're very offensive about it. You know, it's a setup to exploit our attacking players. Do that. You know, play all
I'll tell
the
you what it
fancy
is.
toys.
I'll tell you what it is. You know his
Yeah.
back five. It can be attacking like Marcus used to. But Tellez is always like here. Aaron is always in here. But if you have to
Yeah.
play attacking, Tellez needs to be there, and then Aaron needs to be there. But it's never. They're never there. They're never there. So, yeah, it is a problem. It's a coaching problem.
And if
it's
they
a
were
coaching
there-
tactical problem.
If they were there, I'm scared as well.
Yeah, that's not-
People are coming at Maguire, Lindelof. Oh my god. Sure, maybe, but Shaw is no Superman. You can't save Maguire and Lindelof.
Yeah. But yeah, Clay, what were you gonna say?
Ollie's actually preferred the back five in most of our City games.
Obviously, yeah. I would say in
Like a lot
general, he likes the
4
back
out of
five.
5, I think it was, if I
Pretty much all
remember.
of them.
Hmm.
Pretty much all of them. I can't remember one we didn't play it.
Yeah,
Also,
only
a
doing
City
one,
game,
literally only
yeah.
one.
I can't, yeah.
So I would expect him to see this. I have no doubt that he's going to play it, but
Exactly.
I don't like it.
Now, I know... I would ask you guys, like, would you play this? But I know the answer anyways. We wouldn't. We would want Axel in this team. Either way, someone needs to give... And that's the right thing. Even if these two were good centre-backs, when are they going to rest? When? Like, genuinely, I'm asking genuinely, when will they get rest? They did.
Yeah.
So you're playing bad
Especially with the
centre-backs
schedule of this
into
team.
the ground. They're going to become worse than they already are. That's just shocking. It's basic coaching. Basic coaching.
It's the same thing. Understand what you see in training, but there's a problem. And we all know, anyone who understands football, players can be different if you play them in the game. There's a difference between gaining general fitness and gaining match fitness. So I feel like because of the centre back problem, you need to at least give Tanzera a run of games so he can show you if he can do it or not. You can't just write him out. That's insane.
Yeah.
When you have a problem, that's just idiotic.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
And the last thing I want to talk about the defense, just to make it quick. I don't want to go too long on the show or whatever. But the last thing I want to touch is that I said we conceded from 4 corners, 4 weeks in a row. 4 weeks in a row we conceded corner. Now if there's ever a team that never scores fucking corners, it's Man City. They never score corners.
They're not interested.
They're not tall enough. They're not physical enough. They cannot. So Man United, you dare test my patience by conceding a corner this week. I dare you to concede a corner this week, and I will lose my mind if you concede a corner against City or all teams. I'll lose my mind. Cause just no how do you allow it? And I tell you how, you overmark. And it's another problem, a coaching problem, tactical problem. So it's like, no, this can't happen. But enough about the defense, enough about the defense. I'm sick of this defense. We all know we want Kwanzaa, we want to see the young guys. It is what it is. But that midfield, Fred and Scott, we've seen how Scott is shite. We've seen how vital Fred is to our team. There was a stat that I seen that if Fred plays, I think we win 80% of our games. But if Scott plays, we only win 20% or something. It was something ridiculous like that. 30% maybe with Scott McTominay in our teams. And that just says it all. I'm usually not the guy that says stats tell the whole story, but that's that. Because I watch United every week, I can say pretty much that is very true. Because I think Fred is vital, and I don't think Scott is necessary. He doesn't really offer anything. And in a game like this, like we said, you don't need that height. You don't need that freaking physicality. We put Donny in that team there. It's instantly way better. Way better. Instantly. But will he do it? Nope. He'll probably, and this is the crazy thing, he's going to probably play Paul Pogba ahead of Donny van der Beek. And now, how would you guys feel about that? Scott plays and then things are not going well, he brings on Pogba instead of Donny van der Beek. Now what does that say to us? And to Donny?
All is a joke.
Imagine.
All is a joke.
And what does that say to the rest of the dressing room as well?
This guy who speaks about the pride and the history of Manchester United doesn't respect it. That's what that would say. Because, look, as I said in the last game, in a dire situation, Paul Pogba is an asset, and I understand just throwing him on because we need something. But if there's another option, one who's more dedicated, one who's in better form, it's criminal to then play Paul Pogba, honestly. So, that being said. And he's going to play Scott because, Scott scored against Man City last season. So, in all his mind, that tells him to start in this game because it means we'll do it again.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because, what was Ollie's job when he came in? He was supposed to bring back the culture of Man United. Now you play this type of team. That's not the culture of Man United. This team says nothing about our culture. It's nothing. The captain is nothing of our culture. Then you play Scott. I understand, right? But then you will bring on Pogba before Donny. That's not the culture. And now you're losing the dressing room. And the one thing you had is going away now. And it's beginning. It honestly is the beginning of the end for Ollie. It's inevitable that Ollie's going to get fired. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be prolonged. That's why I'm like, if City beat us this weekend, I'm not going to really complain because, I can't be asked about Ollie. I think it's hurting the club the more we scrape results.
I'm not going to cry about it. I want us to win, I guess. I'm not going to cry about the fact that because of the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like Ollie's a bit hypocritical because he talks about the culture and whatever Manchester United, but every game he's playing to save his job. And that's not the style he plays to save his job is not the style that us as United want to express. We want to play quick fire football, put everything on the line till the last minute, and if it works, it works. It's our thing. But no, he's very conservative. So I feel like he's very hypocritical.
Exactly. And then so that's it is what it is. Claire, I already know the way you stand about it. You won't want Pogba to play any game until he's gone. So that I know your thoughts on that. So but the next thing I want to get
I respect that.
Yeah. And then the last thing I want to get on also about the team whatever, because I have something fun for us planned towards the end of the show. But Claire, let's talk about that man there, Bruno Fernandes. If there's hope, it's always the same guy.
Rodri's gonna mark him out the game. I can call it now.
No,
If
no,
we
no.
play this 5 back,
Honestly,
Rodri's
Rodri
marking
couldn't
him.
mark my mum out of the game. That's how awful Rodri is. If there ever was a useless waste
All
of a
I'm gonna
CDM,
say
is
is if we
Rodri.
don't see anything happen until changes are made, it's because Rodri's man marked Bruno out the game.
Well, that
I
and
don't
because
know.
like we got
I
these
feel
two.
like
I think if Don is there, there's no ways Rodri is
Yeah,
marking
that's
him.
the thing.
Yeah.
If Bruno's our only output, just mark the output.
yes,
That's
a tactical, a manager with a tactical who thinks like that, who thinks to adapt, will do it. I don't think Pep is that, you know. I don't think so. He does it once in a while, you know.
I don't
And
think
when he
Pep
does do
is
that,
stupid though. That's the thing as well. He's just
I get you.
watched Bruno be marked out of a game, going, Rodri, you have one job, just stay on this guy's ass.
I
That's
get
it.
you, but I feel like I always use the example of Sterling. Like Pep always insists on Sterling to take on Wan-Bissaka, and I find it so stupid because it never ever works. And I feel like we've seen some other managers, we've seen Ateta, we've seen Klopp. So many managers try to tweak it in terms of approaching Wan-Bissaka because they know. But Pep's all about the offensive side, and when he does tweak something, it's usually of an offensive nature. He'll say, "Okay, let's now play a false nine into Bruyne."
But then
But
what I
the
would say
whole
with Pep, what Pep would do is he'd get Cancelo on the left and overlap and give Wan-Bissaka too much to worry about. Then Sterling can still go at him with defense, with his defensive
Yeah, no, I
left
feel
back
like
behind him, or offensive.
I feel like yeah, true. I hear you. And I feel like that's more of an offensive type of thing, you know, just
Yeah.
overload them, as you say. I don't think he's the type to man mark a play. I don't know.
It's very interesting. But I wanted to get into. The only reason I wanted to bring Bruno into the conversation also is because I wanted to just see the stats in terms of the league about Bruno Fernandes versus Kevin De Bruyne this season. And yeah,
here we
I
go.
can't freaking find it. The freaking head-to-head comparison. I was spending the whole time while you guys were talking to find it. Where is this thing? Where
Nothing.
is this thing? I'm literally trying to find it.
Honestly, I want to be honest. I don't like when people do this because you can't judge someone.
Hey.
I don't know what your conclusion is going to be. I don't know what your conclusion. I'm waiting for your conclusion.
Yeah.
But you can't just say someone's better than the other just because.
I
he's in a
didn't
rough
even say.
patch.
Yeah, I didn't even say. Let me say what I'm gonna say.
I know.
Right? Let me say what I'm gonna say.
I know.
Bruno Fernandes in this Premier League season, right? He's currently got 7 goals and 5 assists. In probably how many games he played? 11 games. So, jeez, that he doesn't blank basically. He doesn't blank. KDB.
It's too much.
I'll find out his stats right now. But KDB has been very hit and miss. Also, I don't know what's been with KDB. I don't know what's going on. But it's not the KDB that we know to see. KDB's numbers every day. But he's been getting there. The last 2 games I've watched KDB. It's definitely the old KDB. He's banging the assist. His shot is getting there. He's been very unlucky. He's hit the post. He's got his penalty goals or whatever. So he's very unlucky. KDB this season in the Premier League has got 2 goals and 6 assists. So the numbers are way in Bruno's favor. Like Bruno is ridiculously clear of KDB this season. So
smashing him.
Head-to-head this season, Bruno Fernandes on form is way better than Kevin De Bruyne. He's way better.
Yeah, no.
And like I said, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because if we need that, you always need that fire edge in the big games. That player is going to win you the game. And if there's any hope for us, that player winning us, it's none other than Bruno Fernandes. Let's just be honest. If it's going to be Bruno, whether he assists to Rashford or whether he scores a goal, Bruno Fernandes is our hope to win this game. Whether you like it or not, Bruno Fernandes, that's where your hope is, boys, for this weekend. That's where Ollie's hope will definitely be this weekend. He'll be there. Bruno, please save my job. He's probably playing today. He's probably playing today, and tomorrow he's like, okay, I need Bruno to save my job. So
I feel like that is true, but the rest of the team, every time, I feel like you can correct me. I feel like there's never been a situation where okay, now I'm talking bullshit. I feel like the rest of the team has to help him a little bit, because if the ball can't get to Bruno, what's Bruno going to do?
We've seen it like Leipzig.
Like
Leipzig. Bruno wasn't in the game until what happened? Pogba and Donny came off. Now you just can't mark Bruno. You can't. You're not allowed to just mark Bruno. You can try, but Pogba and Donny are going to be free then, and they're good players anyway. So you play this team, Bruno Fernandes can be marked out of the game. He can easily be, because you don't worry. It's 7 defenders. Defenders. It's just Bruno. Rashford, he's brainless, so you leave Rashford. Greenwood, he's 18. Just push him over. And yeah, Bruno, you freaking make sure he doesn't do anything, So it's very easy.
If the ball doesn't get to Bruno,
yeah, it's
you can't do anything with it. If he can't do anything with it, then Rashford and Greenwood don't get the ball in spaces. All Rashford gets is a chance to run at the defense
Yeah.
and hit some other shot that lands in Liverpool.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the predicted team I think we'll play for the weekend. What Oli was play. The weakness is obviously Taylor's Rashford. The link up is just not there. The chemistry is not there. Centre backs and the Wan Bissaka thing is awful because they always get sucked in. Fred and Scott, way too defensive for this type of game. Bruno has got the sign of strength because he's the hope. And Rashford and Greenwood is just we have no other choice because Martial and Cavani also did. But I bring it on to the fun part of the show. Exactly.
Exclamation marks.
Exactly. But I bring us to the fun part of the show that I wanted to get to, and that's because I want to do a combined 11. We will do a combined 11.
Curious wants to tune KDB some more.
No.
That's the truth behind it.
It's actually not, because I only do this for the big games. I literally only do this for the big. I won't leave that. We'll play 4-3-3. I'm guessing. Standard 4-3-3.
43.
Yeah, 4-3.
Okay, that makes sense.
Excuse the circles. I'm not gonna try and make this perfect. We'll only do it. Should we only do it on? Must we do? It's up to you guys. You guys can decide. You wanna do it on only players available for this game?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So combine
Man
11.
City fans are going to be outraged about this. I can already feel.
In
Let's
goal.
Put some people up.
In goal, to be honest, I know Edison is a good goalkeeper, so I'm not gonna get involved. You guys, this is you guys. I'll just be the host, the presenter. Who you guys putting in goal? Unless you guys pick a draw. Like if Clay picks there, you pick Edison, then I have the final vote. Then I'll come in. But yeah.
Holy crap. That's hard. Who's in goal? Addison hasn't been amazing.
Clay, do you have idea who you want?
But
Kind
it
of.
doesn't make.
But that
You never make blatant mistakes. Mistakes that you see like, oh, it's definitely Edison's fault. So, a small part of me is tempted to put Dean Anderson. I won't lie, but I won't do that. I'm gonna back my keeper. I'm gonna go with David there.
Clay?
Yeah, I actually agree. I think Edison is fantastic for Pep's system, but I think he's not a fantastic shot stopper. He's great with the ball at his feet. He's a fantastic kicker. He links up play beautifully. He is the 11th man, but he is not the same level for saving as De Gea.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there we go. 2 votes for day. I didn't have to get involved, so yeah.
This is the thing. I feel like Edison was a good shot stopper in the 100-point season, but that was because he wasn't facing as much shots because he was so good defensively. And then when he faced a lot of shots, it eventually goes through.
Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
rate
As
Edison.
much as he
Literally, I
makes
don't
mistakes.
rate Edison.
Even
The mistakes he makes are mind-boggling. It's
He's a good
mind-boggling. The
He's
mistakes.
massively aggressive.
Yeah.
That's
That's the thing, though.
And he's a cunt also. That's why I wouldn't have him.
True.
He's just a
That's
fucking
it.
cunt. Yeah. So.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I feel like De Gea, even in our bad defenses, like we're not horrible defensively, there's times where he's made ridiculous saves that have kept us in the game. Maybe not so much this season, more this season than last season, but in general, he's that type of keeper. So I feel like he edges Edison slightly.
Yeah. Who's your guys' left back in the combined game?
For me, it's easy. Luke Shaw. No question.
Clay?
Cancelo can go. I don't know.
It's between
Oh my
Cancelo
God,
and
man.
Shaw, honestly.
I hear you. But I feel like Cancelo hasn't played.
We
enough.
do this on a voting system, so obviously Malote voted Shaw. That's why I'm just interested. If you put Shaw now, but if you pick Cancelo, I already know which name to write on the board.
Yeah, I know. So just write it, boy.
I mean,
think Shaw
City
definitely-
fans are gonna be out. Even our own fan base are gonna be outraged at that.
I don't think Tez gets ahead of Cancelo.
Yeah, then let's sit down.
Yeah. Our fan base, our own viewers are gonna hate us for this. Our own viewers are gonna hate us for that. Because I know that our fan
Shaw's
base
too much.
hates
You must sit down.
Luke Shaw.
You must sit down.
Yeah, but you guys,
Shaw's
you just
good
need to
defensively.
understand.
He's amazing.
Centre backs. Who are City centre backs? I don't even know waste time.
And Cancelo.
Who's City centre backs?
Laporte and Diaz.
Yeah, okay, so there's no risk.
Yeah, no.
Simple as that.
There's
Laporte
just
and
no
Diaz.
risk. There's just no
Done.
risk.
We're not questioning.
Yeah,
That one's
there's
easy.
no
I am Maguire.
Nope, there's no question.
Oh, don't even try. Don't even try.
Nope. So yeah, Laporte and Diaz. There's no
This is
question. I'm
gonna
not.
get spicy
I'm
now.
not even this. Because I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm only the
It's gonna
deciding
get
factor.
spicy now.
Who's your guys right back?
This is getting spicy.
I think this is a good conversation. A Walker
Should
versus.
You're going to hate me. Shinik, you're going to hate me.
He's gonna do it.
But I'm going for Kyle Walker.
Clay?
Wan-Bissaka's the best in the world defensively. Can I just defend my statement?
Yeah, defend.
Wan-Bissaka's the best in the world defensively. But I feel like Walker's a bit more balanced. Like defensively he's good. Maybe not the best, but he's good. And offensively he's amazing. And then he's been doing it for so long. Wan-Bissaka's only been doing it for 2 years. And the second year it's been off and on. So I have to go Kyle Walker.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Clay?
A big thing with Kyle Walker is his pace is probably like second to only Salah in the league. You know, he is rapid. His recovery pace is absolutely insane. I remember him chasing down somebody and he got a tackle behind him, Aaron Wan-Bissaka-esque, and just won the ball back. Like, he's a really talented defender. There's no question why he's in that City squad.
Consistent as well.
Yeah, he's a consistent performer. He's good offensively, he's good defensively. He does everything that you need out of a wingback. And I think right now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka can definitely get better than him. But for the moment, I think Walker gets in ahead of him.
The crazy thing is, I don't disagree with any of you guys. I would have voted Walker anyways. I would have voted Walker. I think Walker this season has surprised me a lot. I think offensively, I think his game has changed a lot. Defensively, I think he's been actually more reliable, if not one of the best defenders.
I think that's kind
and
of
that pace, like Clayton said, that pace that Kyle Walker has is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, you know. So I think, especially on form, there's no question for Aaron Wan-Bissaka to get in as well. So.
Before we move on, is this backline better than Liverpool's?
I think if you have a different centre back, yeah. If you had maybe the £80 million centre back that we actually paid for, not the one we currently have, but the actual one, then yeah, possibly. But
I rate it.
I would say yes.
I think it's definitely better than Man City.
I think it's very much up for debate, but I think it's better.
Well, I think Van Dijk walks into that team. Yeah, Van Dijk and Robbo probably walk into that team. So.
Yeah, Robbo's the only one that I'm really considering. I think Laporte suffices. I think him at his best is a Van Dijk. He is Van Dijk-esque. I do not understand why people underrate him so much. Maybe it's just because of the injuries. But he is such a talented player. And he showed that as soon as he came to City. That's when they won the treble, the 100-point season. That was Laporte. He structured that defensive company. I don't know why he doesn't get the credit he deserves, but he is a fantastic...
I know Moloto is a big Laporte fan. I know he's a very big Laporte fan.
I am. He has dropped off a little. Like when he came back.
That's because his injuries to the
Yeah.
If you ask me,
I'm
putting Van Dijk instead of Diaz easily, and I'm putting Robbo in that team.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
I think Van Dijk is better than both. Slightly better than Laporte. Diaz, I don't know enough of him, so.
Okay.
Diaz is a really good centre back, but you can't compare him against him. Van Dijk. He's like 22. Yeah. Diaz is more youth prospect than anything else.
You guys are gonna hate me for what I'm about to do, and I will erase what I'm about to do if you both unanimously disagree with this. But boys,
I don't even want to look.
You don't want to look. But for the CDM guys, I have to. Rodri is the most ass CDM I have ever seen in my fucking life. He is horrible. I don't rate Rodri. He's a cow. He's slow. He's clumsy. He can't make a pass. Rodri is probably the worst CDM in the world. And I think Fred, especially on form basis.
And why not put Fernandinho into the conversation?
That is Fernandinho. That's what I'm saying. So it's up to you.
What
guys.
I said.
I would have put Fred. So yeah, you guys can change this. Obviously.
What I'm saying, Fernandinho, at his best, definitely, like not even a conversation. But he hasn't played there in a very long time, and I feel like age is possible. It's catching up with him. So I'm not going to put Fernandinho. Rodri, in my opinion, one of the most overrated CDMs in the world. Yeah. So I agree with Nick. Fred. I think Fred has improved a lot. I think he's probably ready to hold and play as the only man
ready to hold it as well.
The big problem is the 2 clowns behind him.
Yeah.
And I think.
Yeah. If you had this defense, look at that defense with Fred. Like, you hold it, boy. You hold that CDM role. No problem.
Yeah. And there's a shout to say we don't need to buy a CDM. You know, we need to buy centre backs.
We need to buy.
Just give Fred the chance to blossom.
Buy 2 centre backs even. Fuck. That's how desperate we are. So yeah. Clay, I know you really would put Fernandinho if it was you.
I think for a team overall, what Fernandinho brings to the table is a lot more than what Fred brings to the table.
You're talking about like in terms of his leadership and experience.
His leadership, his ability to control the back line. It's such a fantastic player just for that. And he still is really good when he plays in that DM role. It's not like he's suddenly really bad. His age is maybe caught up with him a little bit more, and that's why he's playing centre back, but
Mm.
also because of injuries.
Yeah.
So I still think he has the capabilities, but him and Fred, I feel like are kind of a coin toss. In all
Yeah.
honesty.
Yeah, so yeah, I think Fred. We're getting there because you all know we're also United fans. Obviously, we see a lot of Fred. But if you're a City fan or another football fan besides
Outrage.
United, you'd look at Fred and you'd be laughing at us now. You'd be like, Fred, no, no, no.
City fans are boring.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, you guys are gonna hate me for the next thing about again, and I know you guys are gonna change it anyways. But if it was up to
What?
me
Dude,
alone,
no.
I know what Sharon's about to put down.
Dude,
if it
no.
was up to me alone, there's no
Dude,
ways.
no. Please move on.
There's no ways. There's no ways. He's not getting my team. He's not getting my team. So I'll allow you guys. You remove one of them.
Pogba.
Shanique Patel, please get out of this call.
Pogba's not a United player
Out of the
anymore.
call.
Pogba's not
I
a
know,
United
okay.
player.
I
He's
know,
done this conversation.
I know.
That's done.
So, but yeah, I don't
Nah,
think there's much
you
of a
can't
debate. It's KDB and Bruno Fernandes, isn't it? I mean, there's
Yes.
no debate. It's just
No
Yeah.
question.
Pogba's not a United player
question.
anymore, boy.
Actually, it's KDB and Bruno Fernandes in any team.
yeah,
I'll
probably.
argue
in the
till the
world.
cows come home.
The crazy thing is though, if we had to play one of them in a 4-2-3-1, who are you guys picking then? I know who I'm picking. It's not
Bruno.
even a question. Yeah, exactly. It's Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno. I'm taking Bruno.
Okay, at least you're.
I think KDB is good technically, but he's very cute about it. And I feel like if you want someone to be very aggressive about it, be in a fight, and still have all those things, that means it's definitely Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, Bruno's got the talent. He's got the skill. He's got the way more leadership. He will
And
win
he's
you
a-
that game. He will be the reason you win that game. Will be Bruno Fernandes. He will
But
drag
team
you
of
over.
both
the line.
of them would honestly
No,
be
yeah,
one of
if
the
you
best.
if you had that midfield, that's good. This team's looking very spicy. To be honest, this team could definitely win the league. Easily win the league.
This team.
Hey, the next ones, boys. I don't even know. I don't even know how you guys are gonna do this front three. I'm not involved in this front three. You guys
Where are we
smash
starting?
out
What I know,
practice.
what I do know that Rashford, because of YouTube also, is definitely not getting in.
No. I'd put Rashford, but he's not going here. He's not.
Yeah,
going
he's not going
He's
there.
not going. I
I'm
refuse.
sorry.
He's not going here.
He's not in the conversation.
So we'll actually start here. Left wing.
Nah, for me it's simple. I think it's Raheem Sterling. I
Claire,
think-
do you disagree?
Slow.
Agree?
That fraud can get out of here.
No,
I
actually,
am
let me
the
take a
biggest
second.
hate train for
Let me take a
Raheem
second to think
Sterling
about it.
ever. He is nothing. This man gets chance after chance after chance piled onto a plane, and you're wondering why he can get 20 goals in a season. It's because they're on a plate every time, and he whiffs them half of them. This is the biggest fraud I have ever seen in this game.
I knew this was gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. I'm not involved. This is you and Maloto all doing this. I'm not involved here. I'm not.
It's
involved.
Martial for me. I move.
No, but Marshall's not available though.
Oh yes, shit. That makes it even more
You have to
difficult.
put the fraud in.
I don't want to put the fraud in.
Who are you gonna put the left wing then?
Torres can play left
You know
wing.
what? You know what? I'm gonna be controversial. I'm
Torres
gonna
plays.
defend my position.
Oh,
Screw Raheem Sterling. Rashford's going on the left. Sit down. Rashford's going on the left.
I think that's the only way it's gonna work because
He scored 20
if you
goals.
put Rashford on the left, you know what? I understand why because the other two positions are easy then for him, So yeah, I mean
Yeah.
Rashford, I guess on the left, yeah, I think it is what it is.
Why are you agreeing, Clay? Oh, it's okay.
I'm not happy with that.
So who's agreeing with this?
Only maybe basic. I only agree with this because we don't have these next two. We just don't. We don't have it. It's impossible.
I was gonna go Aguero Rashi, but it's fine, It's fine.
Okay, but Aguero's not
Okay,
even
so
dead. We
striker.
just don't have a striker. So it's literally.
Aguero is fit, so I will keep him in that.
Is Aguero fit?
Yeah, he's fit. He played the last game. He played and he scored.
Okay.
Okay, if Aguero's fit, I
So
feel
it's
like
fit.
it's insane not to pick him.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And plus, we just don't have a striker, anyways. We've got. Mason
Yes,
Greenwood.
that's fine. It wasn't a conversation
Yeah,
anyway.
it was a conversation. Right wing, I don't even think it's a conversation. Personally, I'd put Riyad Mahrez. I don't even think there's a question about it.
Yeah.
Rashford.
I still stand.
Yeah, I think that's the conversation, but I don't even think so. I think if you're gonna put Mahrez
still
there,
Rashford,
I mean,
man.
if you're gonna put Rashford there, you're gonna have to play Sterling here, so it's like ish.
So
Why are
it's-
you gonna choose one of them? Choose one of
Torres
them.
goes there. I told you, Torres goes in the
No,
left.
boy,
Play it up.
I'd put Torres in this team.
No way, no.
Out of
They're
there.
good toys. I think Sterling has played on the right, but I don't think he's ever been amazing. He's more, uh, weirdly enough, I've heard the same argument that you guys have given me. I just
Oh yeah,
remembered.
I figured
They
out
used
my
to
left
say-
winger solution when you're
Yeah.
done.
I remember my cousin used to say that when Sterling plays on the left, he's better in terms of bringing the team together. He assists more. But on the right, he assists more. But on the left, he's more of a goal scorer. So,
Yeah,
which is exactly the same argument for Rashford, actually. But definitely Mahrez. No question.
I think that's right.
Yes, I think I've seen better from him in the past few years, but then he has had spells, impressive spells in Man City. So, yeah.
So
Yeah,
my
so
left
let's-
wing,
yeah,
it's
let's
Phil
go.
Foden.
Oh!
There we go. I've solved it.
Yeah,
I
you know,
solved it.
Mahrez, you out the team.
I solved it.
I'll take it.
Because Shuri's
I'm
gonna
not
agree
going-
with me.
I'll agree
I know
with
Shuri's
you.
gonna agree with
I'll
that
agree
one.
with
What?
I'll agree with that one.
Shuri gets that one.
Overrated threat.
No. I rate. He's my nephew.
No.
That guy. He's my nephew. He's actually my nephew. That guy. I rate it.
Oh my
No, I
god, what's
rate
happening? Oh,
No, I rate
Figured
this.
it out.
I rate
I
this. Chris.
figured it out.
I rate this. I rate that team. Now that team's looking juicy. I won't lie to you. That I rate it. I rate. I honestly rate this team.
I don't.
I know you don't.
It's Phil Foden.
Sterling
Phil
can get
Foden.
out. I don't respect Sterling.
I
I
actually, if it was up to me, I'd have
Oh, God.
Sterling as well. To be honest, because I don't mind Sterling. But yeah, I understand why people.
You guys are
don't
telling
rate it.
me. You guys are telling me if you need
I'm
to
telling
win a
you.
game,
I'm telling you, it's full
and you have
Foden.
the options between Rashford, Foden, and Sterling, you take Foden.
Yeah,
I
I'm
get it.
telling you. I'm telling you now. I'm taking Foden. I
Nah.
completely forgot
I
about
would,
Foden.
yes.
Foden's a beast, fam. He's like Mason Greenwood, but like in a different position. You know,
He's a
he's a
prospect.
star boy.
Prospect. Not consistent
Yeah.
enough in my opinion.
Right, that is
More
Sterling,
consistent
so.
Nah, Sterling-ish. Mahrez, it's a bit dry. Yeah, it's a bit dry.
Rashford been scoring though.
Yeah, but
Still
you
be
can.
scoring.
I'm telling you, Rashford on the right is the key. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I don't know what you need to see it. You need to see the vision
I hope
of
Ali
Rashford on
keep-
the right.
I hope Ali plays Ali in the right this weekend and we thrash City just so you can see the vision. That's
Yeah,
all
I
I'm
actually hope that he freaking plays Rashford on
I
the
want
right.
to
Hey,
see
I'm
the
willing
vision.
to try it.
Because I know
Right.
Malotti doesn't
But I
like
want-
it, but I like it. This is the
You know what I
team.
want? You know what I want in the right? I want 15 assists and 20 goals.
You'll get it.
That's standard.
You'll get it on the right. I'm
We'll
telling you.
see.
His brain
We'll
works.
see.
His brain works on the right. If you had Rashford here, you might get you the 20 goals, boy. But we're gonna be pulling our hair out every week. And I
Yeah.
won't be pulling my hair out that week.
Thrashers gonna have to score screamers every time.
Yeah.
That's-
So. I know, Clay. I'm happy.
For
I'm
me,
very
it's-
proud of you, boy. I completely forgot about Phil Foden.
Thank you, bro.
I'm very proud of you. I know
I'll take
Malot.
toys off for Foden.
I think it's douche. Beautiful.
I know Malot is fuming.
I'll
but-
bring back the grade over for Foden.
No. I don't know why you don't like Foden. He's a good player. He's a great player, actually. He's freaking. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's Mason Greenwood level. He's a star boy. He's a
No,
star
he's
boy.
not.
He's not. No, I'm not
He's
saying like in
nice.
talent. Like Mason Greenwood's talently, he's just he's different. He's a striker. He's a freaking goal scorer. But Phil Foden is a top quality footballer. And they're best friends. They are best friends. He's like my nephew. Like I said, Phil Foden's my nephew. It is what it is, boys. It is what it is. I completely.
I don't know, guys. I feel like this player is. I can see the prospect, but he's so overrated in my opinion. Now he's gonna replace David Silva. Nah, that's mad. That's not.
This is you with Rashford on the left. You just give him a chance. Give him a chance.
I disagree. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Moloto, I will have obviously Rashford on the left and Mahrez on the right. And I think if we had our team would beat Moloto's team, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
I can see what's gonna happen. Bruno puts it on the plate. Sterling! Oh, he's
And he missed it, yeah. I know
I
Phil
Sterling.
will
I
be
Rashford.
captain. Oh, that's even worse, but he's not gonna even get it on the plate. Rashford's gonna do this match. Bah! Straight over the bar. You don't even get it then.
Rashford's gonna hit some the free kick. 1-0.
Nope.
Gonna have Mahrez there.
I
Some
swear,
other
I'm gonna
cross.
smack you. You have Bruno and KDB in your team, and you're gonna let Rashford take the kick. I'll jump the fence and just come suplex you in the dugout. If Rashford took the free kick over KDB and
From a
Bruno.
distance, it's definitely Rashford.
No.
Oh
No.
my.
Uh,
Oh, that
I
Mahrez
refuse.
tried
Bruno
before.
can't take
Refuse. Yeah, even Mahrez. I'd even let Mahrez take a free kick before Rashford. Yeah.
yeah,
Rashford
close,
once.
one is close
Yeah,
to
it's fine. He
four.
doesn't need another one. He doesn't need another one.
Yeah, boys.
He's going for the trophy room.
But yeah, so how many United players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. So City edge it, obviously. City edge it. We've got no defense, basically. I think if you have to be non-biased, I think people will 100% put Cancelo in instead of Shaw. I think people 100% probably put. No, I'm just saying, like, if you're not a United fan, you 100%. There's no ways this is gonna. There's no ways they're gonna sit with this. Even in our own fan, even our own fan base won't sit with this. They won't sit with this.
I think that's biased though, because there's a biased offensive
It is
player in
biased though.
football.
Yeah,
You
it
don't
is
always do
biased.
so
That's what I'm
much.
saying. But I'm just saying. So I think Luke Shaw, if you didn't have to do us, if you had to go with the majority, I think Luke Shaw won't get in there. Fred probably won't get in there. Some would say even Rashford doesn't get in there. You just go City's front 3 anyways.
Yeah.
But I think that'll be pushing it. So I think 2, at least another 2. City fans will argue for Edison, but I think it'll be a 50-50 between other rival fans. So I think this is pretty accurate. I think Luke Shaw is the biggest. Like what? And Fred is looked like what? Those are the biggest ones. But other than that, this team is dangerous. This team is dangerous.
Team is the leg. Who manages it? Ole or Pep?
Pep.
Yeah.
No way. I give this team to Oli.
Yeah.
No way. I give this team to Oli.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't think we even choose a manager between them. We just let them go and do their thing. Because honestly, I hate them both. I hate them both. That's why I don't want to rely on Pep this weekend. I don't want to rely. I hate relying on Pep because I know he's a bald-headed fraud, and when it matters, this guy's a cost.
The thing with Pep, when he has the players, he's top class.
But no, yeah, you probably have to put Pep.
He's like Pogba, boy. When he has the players, he's top class. Until then.
Yeah, so probably Pep. And then captain is probably Bruno Fernandes. It is probably your captain of your team. Yeah. I'm happy with that.
No argument there.
Yeah. So he's probably captain.
Yeah, no.
And that team wins you the treble. That team wins you the treble, boys.
I think it does.
Yeah, I think it does as well.
Depend on the bench, I guess.
Yeah, the bench,
That's the bench.
Sterling, Pogba, Greenwood,
Mahrez.
Yeah, Mahrez. You Edison. You win the league. You win the treble. Easy. So,
Yeah.
Henderson, not Edison.
Injuries aren't even an argument anymore. It's like,
yeah.
What you gonna do now?
Yeah, it's like it's over. But yeah, boys, I think it was a bit of fun. I'm very happy with that team. Overall, I know Moloto is mad. We done you dirty, boy. Hide it. But unfortunately, you on the other side of the monitor. I'm on this side. I don't have the pen in my hand. So it's unfortunate, really unfortunate.
No.
I let you have the KDB over Pogba. I let you both have it, But then I couldn't do it with Foden. I was like, yeah, Foden has to get it. Boys. Yeah, but then, boys. So yeah, that is the predicted 11. If you guys want to look at it for the last time, because it's that time of the show again.
Wait, can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
Is Phil Foden better than Mahrez?
On the wing. Or like in the
I guess it's the position.
Because Foden can play lots of positions.
So you're saying Phil Foden on the left is better?
I think Phil Foden's best positions are either like one of the wings he can play either wing, but I think left wing is very good. But that David Silva role, I love him there. I do love him. I think he's Donny van de Beek who can finish. That's what I think. I think that's what it is. I think it's Donny
Van de Beek can finish as well. He doesn't go enough position.
We haven't seen enough of Donny.
And Rashford better than Mahrez?
Yes.
On the right.
I have no doubt with that. Yes.
On the right, yes, because his brain works. On the left, no. No.
So
Rashford's better than Sterling.
I was gonna say,
but I think Rashford gets on either side.
I was gonna say Mahrez was PFA Player of the Year from the right,
No, he was. But that season was.
Yeah, that was what 2016, 2015. What was that again?
Yes, right. That season was amazing.
Like I rate the guy, but that was a long time ago that he was Player of the Season. KDB was last season. You're not trying to say anything about that.
I mean, you really can't say anything about KDB. So, but yeah, boys, it's the time of that show. That time of the show again, boys. What's it gonna be? Let me hear it, boys. What's it gonna be? Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first. Stale game, as I said. Yeah, we're gonna see the frailties of both teams. We're gonna see that Man City is not the same team they used to be, and we're gonna see that Ole's clueless, and he's gonna play very conservative. We're not gonna be very offensive. It's gonna be like, what's it called again? The Chelsea game, but I think with goals. And I'm gonna say a 1-1 draw.
Fair enough.
Sitting on the fence.
I really don't want this one. This saves Oli in the job. I really don't want that. We either need to win or lose for me. So yeah, Clay, what do you think's gonna happen? Because Oli and this team turns into Private Fergie and 07-08 United.
Yeah, I know how Ali works, yeah. So, personally, I think we win this. The scoreline is the only hard thing to predict. But I think we get a dub out of this.
Okay, come on, boy, come on.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why, but my instant thoughts are high scoring for some reason. I feel like we're both going to be at each other's necks for the first time in a while, and we're just going to score a lot. I don't know why I'm feeling this, so I'm just going to go with it. It's going to be massive. It's the stellar game, 3-4.
Yo.
Gonna be
For me, I think-
insane. Let's go.
I feel like if City does score a lot, we're gonna get smashed again. Because I feel like they're gonna come at us, they're gonna score. We're gonna be playing a 5, we won't change it.
I would regret to say it, it's fine. That's fine. But I'll back it for now. I think there's gonna be goals for some reason.
So
Don't
it'll
know
be
why.
4-3 to us.
Yep,
Entertaining.
4-3 to us. I think it's gonna be a super entertaining game, and I think we're gonna take it in the end.
We better put a 5 on that one, boy.
That'd be
I want to
crazy.
see you put a 5 on that this weekend.
Imagine. Put a 5.
Mhm.
Now let me do
Yeah.
my thing, because I'm processing.
Come on, boy. You got this. Do you see a dub or
Who's
an L?
watching?
Bruno will get something. He does. He does get something.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, I'm sick of it, boys. I'm sick of it. 3-1 loss.
Woo!
Yo.
Bruno scores.
Right.
He always scores. So. And that's simply because I think
He doesn't
about the predicted team. He plays Donny. That result might be to us. We don't play
That's
Donny. That's the result.
I can see that. But he doesn't get sacked to that.
Yeah, so that
He gets one of them.
if
Wow.
Clayton's scenario happens, he doesn't get
Wow.
fired. If Malota's
He
scenario
gets
happens,
fired.
he doesn't get fired. If my thing happens, God.
He doesn't, don't tell
He
me.
doesn't,
He
though.
doesn't.
But we there, boys.
5.
He's not.
The minimum
Poch
5.
is there.
or 4.
Let's go.
Everyone's disgusting though. At home. He
Poch
loses
is there,
3-1.
it worked in a weird way. It kind of worked because like PSG are gonna go to you. Real Madrid somehow won the group at the end, so yeah, Poch is available for a bit longer.
Yeah, so I think that so there we go. A win, draw, and loss again. It's the state of Manchester United Football Club. It is what it is. I think Bruno always gets something anyway, so it's Bruno Fernandes. Doesn't
Mine's
matter what
false
he's playing.
hope. Just remember that, boys. Mine's very much false hope.
Yeah, Clayton's is false hope. Malota's is probably the most likely to happen. That doesn't benefit anyone. Doesn't benefit us. It benefits Oli, but doesn't benefit anyone in the long term. But yeah, boys, it's been a long show. But I think that's just because it's the derby. It's because we did a combined 11. It's been a longer show. Because again, it's derby. It's derby weekend. Manchester derby. Up the Reds. Try to get a result.
Honestly, I don't feel the hype for some reason.
I don't also. I'm the most hyped when it's United Liverpool, but it is what it is.
That one always.
Yeah, so it is what it is. Man City doesn't have any fans anyway, so it's pointless us speaking about anything. So we move.
Yeah.
We move, and we will check you guys in the next one, where either we're gonna have a banging match. We'll have a banging match reaction either way, but it's either gonna be a sad one or it's gonna be a happy one, and there's lots of context behind it. So yeah, if you are new to the channel,
There will be breaking news. Manchester United hire Mauricio Pochettino.
I'm hoping for that. That's what I'm hoping for this weekend. But let's see what happens. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, please do consider smashing the like button. Do consider subscribing if you are new. Comment down below your score predictions, your combined 11s. I'm very interested to see. And yeah, we will check you on Saturday. Match reaction day.